Hi, this is Heidi from StoneGnome.com. Today I'm going to show you a special technique where you are able to crochet while facing the back of your work. And this is very useful if you want to work with a stitch pattern that are usually made in rounds, but you actually want to do it in rows. And like this pattern, that's a twisted stitch pattern, I have picked up loops using one yarn, a variegated colored yarn, and I've used another yarn, the white one, for finishing the rows. I have started by making some rows using the simple stitch, and I would recommend that you do the same first time you try this technique. I'm going to add my second yarn, and I'm just doing simple stitches all the way. I'm going to do the return pass with the gray yarn. This was the first row. If I could use both of my hands in the same way, I would actually just do the stitches using my left hand now. But that's a bit too tricky. So instead of working the stitches in this direction here, from left to right, I will turn my work around and I will bend the work back so I can see the front side. Now I'm going to pick up loops using the red color. When I change colors, I find that I get the best edge by taking the current working yarn, pushing it to the side, and then pick up the new working yarn, like this. I'm bending, I'm putting my work upside down and doing simple stitches. I insert the hook, yarn over and pull through. Once more, and notice where my working yarn is placed. It's on this side of the hook, not behind the hook as you would do usually. So insert, yarn over and pull through and out at the back of your work. I'll do it again. Working yarn this side, insert the hook, yarn over and pull through at the back of my work. So keep doing it like this, and you're doing what looks like simple stitches from your point of view. Here are the first rows worked with the red yarn, and as you can see, the stitches are a bit slanted. That is because when you are working upside down, you are inserting your hook from this side, meaning you are actually doing twisted stitches. So whenever you are doing a simple stitch and your work is turned upside down or just leaned back, when you're doing simple stitches like this, you're actually doing a twisted simple stitch. Don't worry too much about this. For some patterns it's not a problem at all. It's actually a feature like this twisted stitch pattern, where you alternate between the twisted simple stitch and the simple stitch. I can show you what it looks like with more rows. I'll just do a return pass. And now, as every second row is worked normally while you face the front of your work, then I'll just do slanted stitches here, the twisted simple stitch. So I'll need my new working yarn. I'm using the lip or the nose of the hook to catch the stitch, to insert the hook here, yarn over and pull through. Getting it ready for the next row, pulling the yarn to the side and picking up the new working yarn. I'm folding or leaning my work back so I can see the stitches, and I'm doing simple stitches, so I insert my hook. I'm having the yarn on this side of the hook. I do a yarn over and I pull through with a stitch. As you can see now, the stitches look very much the same. We were doing simple stitch from the front at the first row, then we did simple stitch from the back at the second row. That was actually a twisted simple stitch when you face your work. Then we did a slanted, a twisted simple stitch looking at the front of our work. And finally, a simple stitch done with the work turned upside down. This is how it works, and this is what it looks like. When you have practiced this technique for doing rows, then try a stitch pattern like the twisted stitch pattern. Each of the spikes are made of a simple stitch and a twisted simple stitch. So it works very well with this technique. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please click like. If you have any comments or questions, add them below. If you haven't already, then subscribe for more videos here at YouTube and get more tips at my blog at StoneGnome.com.